Good morning. Outside this morning. Sun's up. Beautiful summer morning. Quiet. Just a little bit of air movement. Nice sunshine and blue sky. If you get a chance, go outside at that early morning time or that late afternoon time and enjoy that time that comes after sunrise and before the real beginning of the day or right before the end of the day. Special time. Let's breathe together. If you're sitting in a chair, choose a chair with a back and feel your sit bones and rock side to side on your sit bones and then plant them evenly and firmly. Knees at 90 degrees, hip width apart, and feet flat on the floor with the toes pointing forward. On your back, maybe your bed or the floor or the sofa, or your recliner kicked back, legs uncrossed and your arms at your side, comfortable with the palms facing up. And notice your breath and your belly. Let your belly be soft. And switch the focus of your breath from your chest to your belly. Pull the air in and feel your belly gently round. And then let it go and let the air flow out. And make the exhale slower than the inhale. Some people find it easier to round the lips and let the air flow out gently through rounded lips. Inhaling through both nostrils if you can, focused on the belly rounding, and then exhaling, focused on lengthening the exhale. Good. The inhale low, rounding the belly. The exhale slow, extending the exhale. A normal sized breath. Good. On the next inhale, at the top, take in 3 extra sniffs. And then exhale out, lengthening the exhale. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. Over time, increasing the capacity of your lungs. Do that several times, sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom. Creating a balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Belly rounds indicates you've pulled the breath down to the bottom of the lungs where most of the blood circulates, and you get the best exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide. Very healthy. Don't force it, making it longer or weirder. Just natural. Breathe it in, round the belly, and then let it flow out. Good. And then switch back from the sniff and puff, just the breath flowing in and out, rounding the belly on the inhale, and extending the exhale, perhaps through rounded lips. Good. Now on the next inhale in, and on the exhale, laugh out loud. Laugh out loud, extending the laugh as you would extend the exhale. And enjoy that effect. And notice that you can't resist smiling after it's all done. And do it again. Pulling the air in and then laughing out loud on the exhale. What a great way to start the day, with a smile and a laugh. And how interesting it is that there didn't have to be anything funny to change your mood and elevate it. The laugh itself was funny and created the lift. Mark that in your memory and use it when you need it. Good. This morning, let's concentrate a little bit on the feet. Point the toes. And notice the point and how your feet feel. And if you pick up cramps, ease off just a little and see if by holding you can allow the cramps to pass. Assess this for yourself because everybody's different. You point your toes, you feel some discomfort, you back up a little and hold, and then see if the cramps and the discomfort goes away as you breathe and hold your feet. If you do this every morning, you'll find that you get less cramping and are better able to do it, letting you know that your feet are warming up and getting used to the movement, getting them ready for the day. They have a big day ahead of them. Good. Now inhale and push the heels away from the body and pull the toes back, making sure your feet are straight and the toes are pointing straight up. And hold the position and breathe. Breathe the low, slow breath, maintaining tension in your feet and your ankles and your calves. And letting the rest of your body be soft and gentle as you use the low, slow breath. Good. Holding the feet, heels pushing away, toes pulling back, and breathing the low, slow breath. Good. And now release. Now use your toes to draw circles in the air. Bringing the toes together and then up and around in a circle. Continuing the breath as though the toes were guiding the breath or the breath were guiding the toes. And breathe and rotate your feet and ankles in circles. And then pause and go the other direction. And notice yourself and notice how you're doing this. Are you drawing circles clockwise with one foot and counterclockwise with the other foot? Are they both going in the same direction? Just notice and switch it. And focus and breathe and move your feet. Good. Waking your feet up for the day. A summer morning like this is a perfect time to practice the breath technique, Siddhali Pranayama. It's a cooling breath. It not only cools your temperature physically, but it cools your temperature emotionally and mentally. Agitation, anger are cooled and calmed by this breath. To do the breath, round your tongue like a taco. Some people's tongues don't do that, and if yours doesn't, just leave it flat and curl the sides as best you can. And now the tongue goes through rounded lips, about 3/4 of an inch, just a little. And the breath on the inhale is drawn across the center of the tongue, as though you were taking in a drink of water through a straw. You'll get the same effect if your lips are round and your tongue is flat. You're pulling the air across the tongue. Inhale the low breath, pulling it down so the belly rounds, and then exhaling and bringing the tongue back in and exhaling through both nostrils. Inhaling across the rounded tongue and exhaling out through both nostrils. Try it. Drawing the air in, across the tongue, cooling like your own air conditioning. And then exhaling out through both nostrils. Good. We'll go for another 2 minutes. This breath is very detoxifying, so much so that you might even notice a strange taste in your mouth from the detoxifying effect. Keep breathing and drawing the air across the rounded tongue, and then exhaling out through both nostrils, creating the cooling and calming effect. Good. Continuing to breathe low and slow, pulling the air across the tongue and then releasing it out through both nostrils. And notice the effect that you're creating, the cooling, calming effect. And remembering it for that time when there's heat, whether from being agitated or stressed or angry or just plain hot because it's summertime. And use this as a technique to cool and calm. And now one last breath through both nostrils and fill all the way, rounding the belly, and then letting the breath flow out long and slow. And at the bottom, pausing, no extra tension, just pausing for a moment or two before you take the breath in. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.